Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with your hockey coach Guru Code FRENCHY. Today, episode number 109. What do you have on the menu, coach, today? First of all, we're going to talk about the Caufield contract. Secondly, we're going to talk about the NHL network prediction. And finally, today on the episode of the Habs Daily News, we're going to talk about the salary cap. We have maybe a great news for the salary cap for the Montreal Canadiens. So don't go nowhere. But before we start, you know how this works. Please don't forget to click on the likes, subscribe to the Hockey Nation live show. And finally, please leave me a comments about this video, the episode number 109. Let's dive in talking about the first subject of the day. So the first subject of the day, guys, is about the extension about Cole Caufield. When this going happening? So before we start to tell you exactly when, I can tell you one thing. They can negotiate his contract now since July 13. Since that date, the negotiation could be opened up if they want to give an extension to Cole Caufield. But the only reason why maybe Montreal want to a little bit wait is this. First of all, let's talk about Cole Caufield, the end of the season. In the last 37 game, guys, he has 35 points. That's pretty amazing when you think about this. Secondly, he have 22 goals in the last 35 game. That's give him over 40 to 45 goals plus possible 30 points if he was played this 82 game in the season. So now, I believe right now, the Montreal Canadiens are a little bit cautious when you talk about this. I think they want to wait to see this is only a part of his career or he can repeat or continue what he did under Martin Saint-Louis. And I think Montreal Canadiens going to wait a couple of months, October, November, and see what happened in December. And then it could see maybe in January, it could open up something between the Montreal Canadiens and Cole Caufield. But before we tell you exactly what I'm thinking about this extension, I want to talk a little bit more. His RFA. So what you talk about? But his entry-level contract is completely done at the end of this upcoming season. The NHL and the NCAA have a rules about the fact like you can become a RFA with the classified rules 10.2C when you play 10 games minimum, and then you play, Cole Caufield play 20 games on the playoff, so he become now automatically a RFA in NHL for the upcoming after the season when his contract is over. So when you get that kind of situation, that's open up the offer sheet and anything can offer him a contract. I don't think so like they did with Nick Suzuki. They're not going to wait. They learned from Kotkaniemi. I really believe Caufield could have something at some point during the upcoming year. So like I just mentioned to you guys, the risk of the offer sheet could be happening if the Montreal Canadiens have no agreement until next season, off-season, where it could be a risk at some point. I don't see it could happen, but you never know. A couple of players signed a contract during the season. It's not happened a lot in NHL, but Jake Guentzel from the Pittsburgh Penguins and Jimmy Benn signed a contract during the season. So for me, to be honest with you, my taking of this situation with Cole Caufield extension for his contract, I would not be surprised during December or January, you're going to have an agreement between the Montreal Canadiens and the Cole Caufield. Let's move on now, guys, to the second subject of the day. So the NHL Network TV did the prediction for the upcoming year for its standing for each division. And both of them, Johnson and Krupp, gave us their prediction. Let's talk a little bit more what they predict for the Atlantic Division. Both of them are really similar. The only thing changed is Johnson took Boston in front of Ottawa. Otherwise, they took Toronto, Tampa Bay, Florida. And you can see Ottawa, Boston can switch but at the end, Detroit, Buffalo, and Montreal Canadiens. So they predict the Montreal Canadiens guys to finish at the last of the Atlantic Division. And then what they said, they mentioned about the fact this is the best division in NHL for the upcoming year. When you talk about the 8 teams together for each division, they believe the Atlantic is the best. So they have no chance for the Montreal Canadiens, I'll be honest with you, to go higher. To finish 7, 6, 5 is dreaming right now. We need to be realistic as a Montreal Canadiens fans right now for the upcoming years. And then the only thing they said during this TV show, he said the Montreal Canadiens are not going to be finished last in the standing. Whatsoever they're going to be last in the Atlantic Division, they don't expect them to finish at the end of the NHL standing overall. Now, my thinking about this guy, I'll be honest with you, I agree with them about the prediction for the Montreal Canadiens. The secondly, I will say to you, we will have to wait a little bit longer, but I would not be surprised Montreal finished 27-32. And when I said 27, I'm really generous right here. I predict more 28, 29, 30, 31, or 32. And if you have an amazing, great year, I would say maybe 26, but I don't see this. I think Montreal Canadiens are going to draft NHL Draft 2023 on the top 10 and more honestly between top 6. I would not be shocking for me to see Montreal Canadiens have an amazing, great pick for the upcoming year. And the draft pick 2023 guy is full of center. And you're going to have a list of prediction I'm going to give to you about the NHL draft prospect very soon. So this complete, guys, the second subject of the day. Let's dive in for the subject number 3 of the episode 109. Let's talk about the NHL salary cap. What are you talking about, coach? We know it's already $82.5 million. You're absolutely right, my friend. But during an interview of Bill Daly recently with Sportnet, I believe, he said it's possible they're increasing the salary cap sooner. They was expect in 2023 to increasing $1 million, 2024 $1 million, and then in 2025 have a big jump, $4, $5, $6 million. Now Bill Daly is maybe more optimistic, or this could happen in 2024, this jumping of the salary cap. Yeah, but what happening with that increasing, coach, if it's earlier? Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to help the Montreal Canadiens at the perfect time. Montreal Canadiens, a period of 2 years from today, won the increasing of the salary cap. That's at the moment where Montreal is going to be better. That at the moment, Montreal Canadiens, the salary cap will be more open up. That moment, that would be finally a chance to maybe get extension to the NHL prospect they have. They're going to be better in the next couple of 2 years or 3 years. Then, of course, they have a chance to maybe sign at that moment a UFA, making maybe a big impact for the Montreal Canadiens. And that's going to maybe pushing the Montreal Canadiens to become a little bit better, faster, and sacrifice at least a 1 year of their projection. So for me, that's exactly what I was just talking about. Sign a UFA, prospect extension contract. And this is my friend, my thinking about this salary cap. Be a little bit patient, but expect 1 more year next season for the 2023. Have only $1 million increasing at 83.5, and then expect, I will not be surprised, a big jump for $4, $5, $6 million will be at the right time for the Montreal Canadiens. And that's complete, guys. All the subject of the episode 109. Here we go, guys. This complete this episode. First of all, you can understand we are not at the normally what we do at the recording video at the Habs Daily News. I'm right now in the Pattaya, Thailand, and transition, and we're still not perfectly ready to make this better. The sound is not great. The light is not amazing, and you can see it's not where we're supposed to be. But it's okay. I prefer to make video for you guys, give you some news about the Montreal Canadiens with maybe not the perfect setup. But at the end of the day, I can't wait to come back to you very soon. And I can promise you one thing, guys. Possible Tuesday night, this week, I'm going to do a first live streaming from Pattaya, Thailand for about 30 to 60 minutes. General, not like the format, but what we're going to do this live stream culture. I'm going to talk about the launching year number 3. It's coming very soon. It's going to be September 6th at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Be ready for this, ladies and gentlemen. Year number 3. We are launching this year at September 6th, 2022. Until then, my friend, we wish you an amazing, blessing day. And remember, of course, you have greatness inside of you.